Joined by Matt McClure after Aldershot Town's 2-2 draw with Barrow. Matt, I think we're all trying to kind of process everything at the minute that happened, particularly towards the end of the game, and admittedly at the time when you were off the pitch. But what's your overall thoughts and reaction? What's your feelings at the moment?
Disappointed, obviously. 2-0 up, we should never not be coming away with 3 points. You know, they've had their best spell when they've gone down to 9 men, which is, we can't be allowed to happen. So we brought it upon ourselves, to be fair, from the start of the second half.
Let's pick our way through the match. I'm going to be honest, my own team, Aldershot Town, has surprised me today. I was worried that we might get a little bit bullied by Barrow. I was worried that they might spoil the game. They weren't allowed to, were they? Because we imposed ourselves so much on that first half. Talk to us just a little bit about the way we prepared for the game and the game plan.
Prepared pretty much in the same way as every home game. You know, we try and start fast out of the blocks, which we did. Actually going and running up in a minute. We didn't really let them. We know they're going to hit the front man early, so we got in their face and didn't let them impose their game on us that way. But yeah, like you say, we stood up to the challenge until the 90th minute today, which is, you know, it's good, but the game's never finished at 90 minutes. It's always 90 plus, so yeah, we had to see it through.
90 plus 5, I think, today. Probably only Lincoln's 97th minute equaliser probably felt worse over the course of the season. But let's talk about the first minute of the game, Matt. You'll be the first to admit you've had a number of chances this season, and one thing or another's gone against you. You've not always been able to find the net, but today you looked bright from the start, as did Kanu, as did Shea. Very, very quick, bright move. And just talk us through the goal as you remember it.
I can't really remember much. I know Ments went to hit it and shanked it, and it come to me and
just swept it in.
on the swivel. Yeah, just first time finish. Luckily it went in off the post this time rather than away at theirs it come out.
How sweet was that feeling? Let's just go back to that. I know it's all about the team and ultimately we're disappointed with the draw, but you know, it's been a frustrating season for you in many ways. How sweet does it feel to score with your first chance of the match and put the shots ahead against a good side?
Yeah, it was good. You know, it was a big relief, to be fair. Let me relax a bit more for the rest of the time I was on. But you know, if it's not coming out with the 3 points, that's the main thing. So I'd rather not score today and come away 2-0 winners.
Let's talk about the second goal. We scored from a set piece, corner I think from Shea, and Will Evans, who we noticed was marking the goalkeeper or stood in front of the goalkeeper just before it was taken. Tell us about the set pieces. You spend a bit of time, do you, working on them as a team during the week?
Yeah, we do. We work on them every Friday, so obviously we know what the plan is for the Saturday. But you know, we haven't scored enough from set pieces really. So it's nice to see the big man pop up with a nice delicate header. It wasn't like a big powerful one. He's done well to arc his head round it and guide it in the top corner. So yeah, pleased for him.
I'm sure Aldershot Town fans kind of, you know, watching that game today, and they'll be going home a little bit gutted with that result. They'll be wondering what the messages were at half time. Obviously, we were utterly dominant in the first half. Was there were we preparing a little bit for a reaction from Barrow, maybe keeping things tight in the first 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, of course. You know they're 2-0 down. They're going to come out. They're going to throw everything at you. So you know they're going to start fast. We had to start even faster than we did in the first half to combat it, but you know, we just didn't. We started a bit slower than they did, and you know, I think first minute of the second half they've got a free kick, they've put it in the box, and you know, it's hard to get your foothold from there. You need to start aiming to go on, and we didn't. And like then, say, until the 90th minute we were dominant, but.
So we managed the game fairly well for kind of 20-25 minutes of the second half, and then really a goal out of nowhere. And if I remember, the guy who scored, he's picked it up inside his own half and he's just run and run and run. Were you still on the pitch at that time? I can't remember.
I think I've slid one across, they've cleared it, and like you say, he's picked it up, carried it all the way to the edge of our box, and I think a few of the boys said they tried to bring him down, but that's what you need to be doing. As soon as he faces you up on the halfway line, you've got to clear him out and take the yellow card. But you know, they didn't manage to do it, or you know, it didn't quite come off if they have tried it. And to be fair, give Coley no chance. He's come in and put it the other corner and wrong-footed him. But you know, it's just a disappointing, another soft one.
And then a crazy finish, 2 Barrow players sent off towards the end of the game, and of course all we can think about as Aldershot Town players, staff, management, fans, everybody is let's just get the job done, let's see it through. A little bit of credit has to go to Barrow, doesn't it? You know, they're down to 9 men, but they never got up the fight, and literally they were feeding off scraps at times, but they win a free kick, 95th minute, 35 yards out, quite central as well. And just mention what you mentioned to me off air, you know, what you were thinking. You were on the bench at this time.
Obviously he's won the free kick, and I turned to the boys on the bench and the gaffer and said, if he shoots, it's, you know, you're more than happy. He's 30 yards out, you're expecting it to fly over the bar, you know, and their game is putting it in the box for the big men. So I was more than happy to let him shoot from there, but you know, he's put it in the one place he could have. Probably one time in 1,000 he'll do that. So again, great strike. No, taking no credit away from him, but we've got to stop it. Silly foul. Can't let him play the ball forward early to win the foul. There's, you know, there's other stuff building up to it. There's game management, which we definitely need to start doing better.
So we'll dust ourselves down and probably look at things with a slightly different perspective tomorrow. I don't think anyone would have thought 2 all at home to Barrow was a bad result before the game. It's just really the circumstances that lead to it. As far as the position in the league table, what is changing is the top 4 are pulling away a little bit now. So draws for Dover, Wrexham, Aldershot and Barrow, to mention just 4 today. It's very, very tight. Would you see that most likely Aldershot are in a scrap with 5 or 6 teams for that last 5th place?
Yes, it's coming down to a little 14 game season, isn't it? You know, but all said and done, it's 2 all. Like you said before the game, you probably would have taken it. I know we want to win every game at home, but we've on the positive spin on it, we've extended our unbeaten run again, another game. So what's that, 7 now?
Yeah.
I say to the boys, we're disappointed at Gateshead. We said it's coming off. Look, we haven't lost. We're still unbeaten. Because you go 10. You might win 7 but draw 3, but you're 10 unbeaten, then it carries on, it snowballs, you know, you go out there feeling like you're not going to lose. So it's important not to, when you're not winning, don't lose.
Yeah, and that 7-game run will be tested again, be given a good test next week, away to Wrexham. It's a big club, it's the sleeping giant, some might call it, and it's a place that Aldershot Town, not that you know it particularly, have never won before. We've led there, and you know, we've come away with draws, but that's going to be a tough ask. And is that a place you played before?
Never played there, no. Looking forward to it though, and you know, we'll do our best to bring the 3 points home, like we do every game.
Well, hopefully next week you'll score a goal that puts Aldershot in the lead in the last minute rather than the first. But congratulations on your goal today, and thanks for your honesty as always.
Thank you.
Cheers.